Wah, hello, it is me, Handbeer, and I'm doing a secret stream today because I finally got my case of Divine Z Set 4. I was originally planning to do this yesterday, but USPS decided to just screw me over and make it so that I didn't get my case until today. So, I'm gonna have to do this alone. I was originally going to do this with Atlas, but like I said, the plan was to do it yesterday, and instead, it got delayed to today because of USPS. So yeah, uh, let's just get to that, shall we? So I don't really expect anyone to be here today because it's past, or it's not our usual stream time. It's a little later than we normally do it too. And I've only just now posted it to Twitter that I was planning to do this. But, set 4 is one of the ones that, I thought was going to be really interesting. Like, all of the destined ones look like they would be fun to play. So, since I was kind of planning to get all of them anyways, I figure why not get a case? And also, as a content creator, I think it's worth just knowing what a case looks like. I feel like every few sets it's worthwhile to just get a case to just see what the state of the game is like from a distribution standpoint. Anyways, I believe we don't have any box topper promos this time. If I recall correctly, the sneak peeks were just special energies, and it's not like we're missing promos to put into these packs, but I don't know, Bushiroad just decided to be stingy for this one. It feels like they were not trying very hard to make this a valuable set, even though I do think, again, Destin Showdown overall is kind of interesting. So this one was the Flam and Glam support, and that was kind of the only interesting thing there. Nothing too interesting here. I'm going to try to fly through this quickly because, normally when I do my regular box opening streams where I'm yapping, oh, okay. We have a copy of Shalhoub, so he is the triple R support for Alcalibra, one of the interesting little decks from this set that I really did actually want to play. I think Alcalibra is a really interesting, budget archetype. Oh my god, this attack is not cooperating with me. There we go. All right. Let's see. I think this is the thing that just blocks intercepting. We also have a Zerchek Dragon. I don't even know how I'm going to be organizing all of my cards yet, but yeah, like I was saying, I think despite the fact that Bushiro didn't seem to put a whole lot of effort into making this set feel valuable, I really like it just because I think all of the new Destined ones are interesting and fun, and Alcalibra definitely is one of the ones that's really cool out of the set. I think as a deck, it should be powerful enough to feel competitive within the meta, while also being brain dead easy to pilot. You just go big number turbo. So, and prices for it aren't super high right now, so it should also make for a pretty good budget deck. I know this grade 1 is useful for levy draws, so might just be separating out okay, useful commons and rares that I'll need for the decks, and hopefully tomorrow when we do our normal stream, I will just be able to do a fight video with, or batch record some fight videos to include alongside some deck profiles. I was trying to record the, this is the new support card for Chris Rain. Haven't looked at this deck in a while, but I was trying to record the deck profile for Lycia Fail and didn't feel like it was coming together super well, when I was trying to record it on Monday. So I think maybe I'm gonna retry my deck discussion format again with physical cards, and maybe I'll just edit the cards I'm talking about on the screen as I talk about them. Oh, another Drag Ritter card for Alcalibra. So yeah, honestly, seeing how low the prices of this set is so far, the case doesn't feel like the best investment. Although, who cares about investing? I mostly bought this case because I'm lazy and didn't want to get 15 different packages because I was planning to build every archetype. All right. Oh, our first frame rare, I believe. So it is for the Alcalibra Grade 1, which is pretty nice. This is a good card, and it sticks, and it's going to be sticking around in the list for the next set as well, so that ought to be good. But yeah, so I think the value from the case is probably just going to be in the shinies, and it looks like we're starting off on a pretty good foot as far as that's concerned. All right, our first copy of Impaldio. A deck that I was like vaguely interested in playing. I think like the fact that there's such a huge delay between sets kind of killed the hype for me, where I saw like the set 5 stuff for Impaldio is like okay, but doesn't substantially like change the deck enough where I feel like super compelled to keep playing it. So I might just punt Impaldio off onto Atlas. Also, that like one grade 1 from set 2 costs like $20 now, and I don't want to deal with it. This is kind of a lame FR. We don't even play this card. But yeah, so probably just going to be speeding along through these openings real quick, just kind of cutting through to the cards that are like valuable. This is the grade 1 for the ride line. That's not bad. The Alden booster, which, you know, you may or may not need depending on whether or not you're playing a more soul-heavy build. I think last time when I tried to play the deck with the build I posted on Twitter, it didn't use very much soul, so I'm not sure I'm going to be using that grade 1, but it doesn't hurt to have it. Grade 2 of the ride line, need that. Let's see. Silver rare. This is just the like intercept blocker. That sucks. Okay, so we're like 1 for 2 on shiny cards so far. Or no, 1 for 3 on shiny cards. Like, I don't think we use this particular grade 1. Maybe I'll just dump that off onto Atlas, because I doubt he has the grade 1 that's like $20. Yeah, like, it really, ZRG, it really does suck that, like, there's no, like, extra value added into this particular set. It kind of feels like Bushiroad didn't try for this one. Like I was saying earlier, first copy of Levidross, and another one of the intercept blockers. Let's put that there. So the only reason I got the case was just because like I was too late. Okay, I think my headset was off for a little bit. Okay, I think my headset was off for a little bit. Yeah, it definitely was. Sorry about that. My headset randomly decided to just turn off on me while I was talking. But yeah, I'm losing track of my piles already. I'll sort out all the commons and rares that I need later. But yeah, like I was saying before, like I feels like Bushiroad didn't do a lot to make set 4 feel valuable, which sucks because the Destin ones are all like pretty interesting and fun. And I think like most of them perform well enough that like they are going to have a little bit of impact on the meta, even if it's just like what you're going to see at a local level. But at the same time, like there's not a whole lot of incentive to be buying like packs and boxes outside of just like wanting it and or supporting your locals. All right, we got the Alden Triple R, no Alden himself, and one of the auto mod gauge. That's useful to have. So yeah. So first box, we have, decent string of triple R's. And then, like, as far as our shiny goes, the shinies weren't great, although we did get one of the grade 1 for Alcalibra, which is nice because that is a deck I want to be playing. So that is box 1 out of the way. 19 left. We might not get through all of these tonight. Just saying. Like, I'm gonna go for as long as I can, but if I get tired of this, or my like gaming friends invite me on to like get online and invite me to play games, like I will probably just stop. But we'll see how far we can get with this. On to box number 2. Yeah. Let's see if we can get any nice shinies in this. That's basically the only reason I'm pulling a case at this point. I think the special energies are only like once every like couple of boxes, so the odds of it just randomly popping up aren't great, but we'll see. Hopefully things go well. Oh my god, why is it so hard to open these? All right, our first copy of Alcalibra, one of the decks that I want to be that I like sincerely want to be playing. As much as I also appreciate cards like Alden, I'm not so smitten with those decks that like I need to be playing them. Like Alcalibra feels like a nice fit for me just because my brain is tiny. And we have a silver rare of the Leonorn grade 2, which is pretty nice. I believe Leonorn is still good within set 4. I still have the deck, but I don't really play it. This might be one of those like pawn it off onto locals kind of thing. Like, let's see if I can leverage this into other shiny cards. Another the intercept blocker and the Hexa Orb support. I haven't thought about Hexa Orb in a decent amount of time. Let's go move a little fast. Nothing interesting here. This is one of the rare packs. Blech. Veidrock Dragon. So new support card for what's his name? Wow, why am I blanking? Blangmeyer. So this card does kind of change how Blangmeyer lists play nowadays. So they're gonna switch to using like Game of Underworld, the set order that gives things boost. So that way they can leverage Veidrock Dragon's ability to both call things out of and also its own just massive power gain to get like big numby on Blangmeyer's divine skill. I can't believe they decided to make this card like scale instead of just being hard locked to like 20-30k. But it is what it is. Another one of these. I don't really care about additional auto mod gauges. In fact, I don't care about the auto mod gauges at all because I'm pawning this deck on to Atlas. Let's see. This is a frame rare version of the Alden booster. Not a card that I like need to have. Kind of missing on the shinies right now. Really only have like 1.5 good ones at the moment. I don't know, maybe someone want an FR version of this. Ooh, an FFR of the Welstra grade 1. All right. Not a card that I personally need, and Atlas is the kind of person that doesn't fish for high rarities, but I know a decent amount of people at my locals who like to play Welstra, so this is definitely very valuable in terms of, like, I wonder if other people at my locals will have shinies that I need. Alright. So, not great in terms of what I personally want, but, a useful shiny card to have. Gravidia. Bleh. And I really am missing on my, like, obviously this is a case, so I'm gonna just end up with every card that I need anyways, but alright, so I know there are only like 2 FFRs in a case, or at least that's what I remember from last time. The Lysia grade 2, the one that restands itself. That one is nice to have. So hopefully my other FFR is nice. Maybe if we're really lucky, I can get like an SEC or even the DSR Levy Dross. Not holding out hope, but it could be nice. You know, it's nice to dream. Nothing here. God, I'm gonna have to like just... Let's see. All right, a regular triple R of the Leonorn grade 2. That is perfectly okay. Let's see. All right, our first copy of Foxhill. That is nice for Levy Dross. Yeah, I don't really remember. I don't really know what case ratios look like these days now that we have Lyrical in a set. So it's going to be interesting to see what the entire case looks like after I'm done with it all. Looks like nothing interesting here, so that is box 2 out of the way. So, in terms of standard pulls, not a whole lot. I can't remember if Alcalibra was in this box or the last one, but, you know, like, we're going to get everything anyways. It's just kind of a matter of time, but that particular box was also only... or it was okay in terms of what I wanted. In terms of actual value, having the FFR is quite nice, but even if it's not the one that I personally want, hopefully we do get some shiny cards that I actually want. That's half the reason for this case, but we shall see. We shall see. All right. This is the Hedgehog for Magnolia. Not something that I super need. I'm not sure if Atlas is even going to bother with it in his build. I remember him not being particularly impressed by it, but who knows? Maybe he will open up his mind for it. A regular triple R version of her. That's nice. All right, the bouncing order for Alden, you know, that's a card that I wish was more interesting. Like, I wish Alden's, like, bouncing stuff to hand was a more prominent part of his play style, just because right now it feels like you're very limited in how you can use it. So, obviously, you can use it, like, in the battle phase, and then the other thing is, of course, using it during his divine skill, but because you're only able to do that once, it does kind of feel... It doesn't quite hit the notes that I would want. You know, if you know me, you'll know that I really do like Bermuda Triangle, and so I always would like a return to the old bounce to hand play style. Let's see. Wow. Why are we getting so many bad, like, silver rares and FRs? Come on. This gamble is not paying off right now. Nothing here. This is the double R for Impaldio. I will put that aside to just dump it onto Atlas. You know, hopefully that ends up being a situation where he likes the deck, and if not, you know, he can sell it off and get a bit of money for himself. I don't really mind. You know, this case is already a matter of sunk cost regardless. Oh, first copy of Alden. So I wouldn't be offended if he just, like, sold it off. God. Oh, first Lysia fail. Nice. Lysia fail, very fun deck to play. You know, I've kind of come around on her art-wise. I was a little upset at her being a cat girl at first, but because we already have like Fortia and Laurel Neril, but I do actually play both of those decks, and you know, I like just obnoxiously pink things. You know, the fact that Lysiophiel is so pink is just one of those, like, all right, I will play it because there is that subset of people that get annoyed by that sort of thing. Oh, we have an FR for the Zorga grade 1 that was introduced this set. I don't even know if Zorga decks play that. We really are not hitting when it comes to, like, our high rarity pulls, huh? Damn. Or not the high rarity pulls, the like special pulls. Up another FR for the Wellstrom or the Astrum support. Great. You know, just as I say it, we hit another FR that I don't want. The shinies really are not in my favor right now. That is woof. But this is only the third box of 20, so you know, things can go up. Intercept Denier. Cool. Let's see. Bruce grade 2. I don't know if that's particularly worth anything. Feels like a card that like already exists in the deck, but also probably isn't bad either. I don't know. I don't play Bruce. I feel like no one has actually thought about that deck in a while. Silver Rare Borrow Magnus. All right. Another thing that I don't want, but I could maybe pawn that off at locals to recoup some value. I'm sure there's some Borrow Magnus heads who want that. And nothing in the last pack. All right, box 3 out of the way. Still nothing great in terms of my personal wants. And this happened last time too with I think I bought a case of set 10 where like my shinies were fucking oh right, I got the SEC of the Astroya masks and I was just like, oh, why? I don't want that. So, you know, I'm getting the same feeling. And then I think same thing happened for like set 11 where I bought a case of that and my FFRs were like Thagrea and Chaos, both decks that I like ended up not playing. Set 11 was one of those times where it's like I got it in my head that I wanted to play every Craycross archetype, and then like boy was that not a good idea. Like that just did not work out the way I wanted it to. Not only did I not have time for it to like play every deck I wanted, several of them just also didn't click with me. But you know, maybe being the guy that plays every destined one will work out just because I think those decks are immediately more interesting. Nothing. All right. These first couple of packs for box number 4 are already a bust. Oh my god. I swear these packs have been cut very poorly because I am not able to open them very easily. Jeez. I believe this was a double R support for Bastion, you know. Alongside the Destined one, this set also came with just a bunch of like random legacy support, none of which felt particularly great outside of like Leonorn, who's very pushed. All right, nothing here. Lame-o. Boy. These pack pulls have been very uninspiring so far. Obviously, like, I just want all of my stuff normally, but you know, I would like to see some, like, nice shinies. Oh my. Alright. Now let's see what we got here. A regular version of the Zorga Grade 1. And nothing. Alright. Man, I'm just kind of really hoping for like an SEC or a special energy to kind of make this case a little more worth my while. Well, we'll see what that's worth in the end. Okay, nothing. There've been a lot of nothing packs for this one. This box is like not great. Wouldn't want to be the guy at my locals that pulled this box. Blue Duster support. Ugh, okay. Well, and now my stomach is kind of giving me a bit of trouble, so I will be right back. Okay. I have returned back to rambling into the void as I just fill my polls. Can I please get something a little more hype? Not that I get particularly excited. Oh, the Varga grade 3. That is pretty nice. That's definitely Binder fodder. I can't imagine myself trying to play Varga at this point. Silver rare of the Flammy Glam support. Okay. Once again, you know, just not quite finding any of the things I actually want. You know, it is what it is, but, you know, it would be nice to see cards that I'm actually interested in the like foil slots. Please, Shirode, be nice to me. Oh my god. Okay, well, we found the other FFR. It's Borrow Magnus, so already this case is looking a little dead. Ugh, oh my god. Well, you know, it is what it is. Like, rip case, but it's looking pretty Jover in terms of like any high rarity cards that I wanted. Man. Oh, all right. Finally, a frame rare of the Lycia Fail Grade 3. I will take that. That is something that I wouldn't mind having for my own purposes. I mean, I don't know if the SEC slot replaces any of the FFRs, so... Alright, back to it. So we got grade 3 for Impaldio, that's alright, dumping that on Atlas. And then double R for Lycia Fail. And then other double R for Borrow Magnus, which... and of course, why is the last pack in every box just nothing? Oh my god. Nothing wants to open correctly today. What the heck? Ugh, god. This is going great. And I waited for USPS to delay my package for this. Come on. Why are all these packs so hard to open right now? This one is a whole lot of nothing. Alright, next pack. More Gravidia. And nothing. I mean, at this point, I don't know if there's anything else worth pulling anymore, since I already eaten up both of my FFR slots on just stuff that I personally don't want. And, you know, whether or not Borrow Magnus is even worth anything at all is debatable. I'll have to check the prices for these later, but, yeah, I don't know. Oh boy, a frame rare of the Gravidia support. Yay. Man, can I just get, like... And the FR pull started off really well with the Alcalibra grade 1, and then we've just gone downhill since then. Second Vadrock Dragon, that's good to have. I mean, hopefully I end up with the playset after this. It's like a case. I don't know why I wouldn't. Alright. We're back to getting cards for Alcalibra. You know, I'd like that. More of those, please. Or, you know, more stuff for Lysiophail. That would be nice. And can you imagine if the FFRs were like any of the destined ones? That would have been so much nicer. Yeah. Oh, that's not even the right pile for these. Or, you know, any of the silver rares. I'll take silver rare Lysiophails. Like, that would be nice. Come on. We could do better with these pulls. We're now in the like depression part of the stream that now that I know that the case is kind of like nothing. That was Gryandra support. I don't even play it. And Gryandra is one of those decks that just sort of like exists in the void, I feel like. No one ever thinks about or talks about the deck. Hasn't had any competitive success. You know. I'm sure it like has its fans, you know, the way that like every underrepresented deck has that like one guy. I haven't met the one guy yet for Gryandra. Let's see. Oh, right. Bob Sagra support and another of the Flam and Glam card. Man. Alright. Let's just get through as many of these packs as we possibly can. Second copy of Alcalibra. Nice. We're back on track with things I actually want. Would be nice to see, you know, shiny versions of these cards instead, but, you know, we can't always get what we want. I'm being very passive-aggressive now. Let's see. Second copy of the Alden Grade 3, and this is the Intercept Denier for Keter. I don't know. Like, has anyone found a use for the Intercept Deniers yet? Like, I feel like I just don't see them popping up very much, you know? They're one of those cards where it's like, sometimes they're useful, but probably better off just outright removing anything that can intercept, that has, like, a special intercept, right? Like, the Hostage package is okay, but not enough people actually play it. Second copy of the Lysiophail Grade 2, nice. That, like, it's justified in playing them. So they're just one of those cards where it's like, on principle, annoying just because we don't have enough defensive value in D currently, but also I don't see anyone actually playing these cards. Maybe I'm not looking in the right places. Nothing. Another Leonorn guy. That's it. Blech. Man. All right. And last pack is going to be nothing again. Oh, our second copy of Foxhill. I'll take that. All right. For once, we have a final pack that isn't just nothing. All righty. Next. All right. You know, maybe I should just start taking these packs out of the box instead of just like going through one by one with the box. That way I don't have to like keep going back and forth as much. I don't know. I don't know what the etiquette is for a case opening. I do these so rarely. You know, not only can I not afford to be buying a case every time a new set comes out, I also just don't have the space for all of these cards. You know, I already accumulate so much just from like winners packs. Oh, all right. An FFR of Shalhoub. All right, so that's a third FFR. Were there more FFRs in the set, or is this just the case of like, okay, since I have 3 of these, I'm not gonna see like an SEC or anything? Once again, like I don't know what a case looks like these days, so I don't actually know what the ratios are supposed to be. But all right, finally, a card that is high rarity that I like actually want. You know, we will take that. We take those. Nothing. All right, finally, like good cards. Nope. I mean, I still would prefer one of the like main grades, not Borrow Magnus in FFR form, particularly like Lycia Fail or Alcalibra, but you know, Shalhoub is an improvement. It's at least like something. And Alcalibra is a deck I wouldn't necessarily mind like blinging out just to show off. I do like that deck enough that I think I would rep it at high rarity. You know, not to the detriment of my own wallet, but Alcalibra is a deck that's like not very expensive anyways. I think the Alcalibra himself is only $4. Shalhoub is also $4. Intercept Denier, who cares? So, you know, once we are done with all the case openings, like hopefully the mainstream tomorrow is just going to be like some fight videos to like show off the decks live, and then I can like try to incorporate them into deck profiles afterwards. So Alcalibra is definitely one of the decks that I like want to focus on. Oh, speaking of, there's the man himself, because it's like a cheap deck, you know, and it's like good enough that I think it is very worthwhile if you're a new or an experienced player. Aha! Silver Rare Lycia Fail. Finally, like we're starting to eat good with these high rarities. See, if I just complain enough, the universe will reward me. All right. We now have 2 shiny things, and, you know, shiny Lycia Fail in particular is very nice just because, you know, I can put this in the ride line and make it all nice and shiny. Lycia Fail is definitely a deck that I am willing to, like, bling out. Ooh. A frame rare of Hooli for Levi-Dross, another good one. See, now we're getting the bangers. We just had to suffer through fucking Borrow Magnus FFR first to get there. You know? I guess that is a life lesson to everyone. Like, you have to experience the low points before you get to the highs. But yeah, we're now starting to see all of the nice foils. Let's go. Nothing here. Ah, man, I wonder how many like random extras I'm gonna have left over at the end of all this. I remember like case ratios kind of got a bit worse after they added Lyrical to the main set, and I also can't remember if boxes were always or cases were always 20 boxes, or if they were originally 16. I'll have to like double check my cases of set 10 and 11 to see how many boxes came in those. Our third copy of the Lycia Fail Grade 2. Perfect. Only 2 of Lycia Fail herself, which is a mildly concerning, but also we're like not even halfway through the boxes yet. So this is just kind of a case of like, we'll get there when we get there. Nothing here. Oh, I'm going to start running out of space for my commons soon. That's not good. Oh, another one of the Leonorn guy. That's definitely going in the binder. You know what? I think case openings are nice beyond just like content creator curiosity. It's nice to just pad out my trades binder just in case I need to like pick up some random old thing or like people just randomly need stuff from me. You know, like if I have foil cards that other people might want, then you know, it'll be nice to be like, oh, you have like foiled Lycia fail, you know, let me trade you my Borrow Magnus for that. Ugh. Although I don't think anyone at my locals actually has like a foiled Lycia fail. Can I stop getting advertisements for Bushi Navi, please? I'm already using your stupid app. All right, we are on the case or box 7. Box 7. Give it up for box 7. Because. Alrighty. Let us see what we got here. A whole lot of nothing. Alright, well, we have the Alcalibur grade 2, which is nice to have, and then a whole lot of nothing otherwise. Let's see. More rares. Nothing good here. These first couple of packs are going to be a bust. Another copy of the Alden grade 3. I've gotten more of this than Alden himself. That's it. Also, the Buffsagra Double R. Buffsagra is a another deck that like I want to like, and then like the direction of the support just never quite clicked with me. You know, the deck itself being locked to 3 attack, I don't think is a death sentence. Like Impaldio is doing fine right now. It's just that like I don't think Bushiroad has ever found that like right balance to make Buffsagra like interesting and fun, as well as like competitive. The deck has always been okay at best, even when it was relevant in the meta back during like the early sets when the game was a bit slower. I just never liked how awkward everything was for Buffsagra, where your resource loop had to be like, okay, so you're gonna like put an arms card into the drop zone, and then you have a different card to like arm things from the drop zone, and then you can draw a card by putting one of your arms cards into the soul, but then like your effects need 2 arms cards equipped, so you have to find like another one to play. Oh, another Alcalibra, nice. Also, are God Packs a thing anymore where they have like foiled versions of like every piece of support card for a particular deck? I remember those used to be a thing where you would get like SPs of an entire like archetype in a pack. And I distinctly remember our friend Silver like going to locals randomly, and like his winner pack was just like a god pack that had a bunch of SPs. I don't even remember what the deck actually was, but are those still a thing? Like, do we still have god packs? I feel like after we stopped printing SPs, like that hasn't been a thing anymore. But again, don't open cases enough to truly like say what anything is supposed to look like. I already have one more FFR than I expected. Bleh. Silver rare of the frickin' Gryandra support. Who cares? That's good. Oh, right. Silver rares go in this pile. Except for Lycia Fail, because I want her. I think that's the full playset of the Lycia Fail restander before I got a playset of Lycia Fail herself. Curious. Another Foxel. Nothing. whole lot of nothing. Oh my god. Why are these so hard to open? Is it just because I've been opening so many of them, or are they like actually this hard to open? I don't know. It's been 45 minutes already. Where did the time go on that? Jesus Christ, it's been 45 minutes, and we're barely halfway through, which I think is actually faster than... Wait, no, we're not even halfway through, which I think is still faster than the last time I tried to do a case opening, but I honestly can't remember. What even is this? Oh, this is the, like, starter deck support card? Ah, come on. I don't even play those. Well, my locals has people who will just, like, stand the trial decks for no reason, so maybe somebody wants that FR. You know, Leonore grade 2, come on. Well, as we're getting into the, like, back half of the... I'm not even in the back half yet. This is only case 7. This is the, like, intercept denier. Man. All right. Peaks and valleys. So, you know, we had our peaks with the, like, Shalhoub and Liel, or Lycia fail, and then the, like, grade 1 for Alcalibra. So, you know, we have to go back to the valley at some point. Still holding out hope for an SEC. It's looking pretty unlikely since I don't think they're guaranteed in the case, and no way in hell I get the DSR, and I don't even know where the special energy is in a pack, so like I don't know when to be like looking out for it. The triple R for Rezile, our first copy of that. Not a particularly interesting card. I don't think Rezile-lists end up playing it. Like, it's a lot of extra space for something that kind of doesn't matter. I think, like, maybe some people would sacrifice the extra draw for, like, having that in the soul, but who knows? It doesn't seem very worth it. Maybe I'll, like, double-check Rezile list. I haven't looked at a Rezile list in a while. I have the deck. It's just I don't love playing it. Oh. All right. Our next Lycia fail grade 1. That's nice. All right. God, why am I having such a hard time with this? I should have brought scissors. Yeah. All right. Nothing. Borrow Magnus support. And that's it. Is this a double R or a triple R? That's a triple R. Or that's a double R. Yep, that's a double R. Alden is not, or Borrow Magnus is not worth a triple R piece of support. You know, outside of Borrow Magnus himself, which doing better than Eugene in that regard. Bleh. All right, my piles are slowly getting more and more disorganized, and I'm only 2/4. I'm only 2/5 of the way through my case. Gonna have to step things up just a little bit. Oh, I see a free. All right, Bob Sagra support. I know some Bob Sagra stands at my locals. Maybe they want it. Bastion support. And nothing. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Placed on rear guard if your bottom deck or rear guard. I mean, like, removal is nice to have. I'm not opposed to like playing some removal in Alden. I just don't know where I'd find the space for it in between all of the actual good cards you want to be playing. Another Borrow Magnus. And nothing. Cool. I'm gonna have to start a third pile soon. Also, I don't think I've seen very many Infinity Eyes markers. Either that or my eyes have just started glazing over them. But I'm probably going to need to find at least like 5. Oh, God. I don't even know how many Infinity Eyes markers you want to be packing, because you can put them on your opponent's side, too. I guess you want like 10. I guess to be extra safe, you could bring like 10 of them and then pretend you have a G zone until somebody actually asks if you have a G zone. Which. And now I'm remembering, like, when I was doing shop challenges before BCS, I absolutely hard through one of the games that I had because I was playing against, I think it was Shiranui, and they had, like, the Shiranui sleeves and the box and, like, the top loaders, and I forgot to ask them, like, are you playing a Stride deck, just to be, like, 100% sure. I just, like, chose to go first with, what's her name? Michu, and just, that was awful. Like, I think the game was completely winnable, and I just threw by, like, going first and not accounting for the fact that, like, maybe the guy with Shiranui everything was playing Shiranui. Nothing. And all right, my throat's starting to feel a little dry. We've only been it's been an hour, and I haven't quite gotten through even half of this case yet. But what, another one for Bob Sagra? Great. I think that's an FR compared to the SR that the other one was, but we are now in repeat territory, which I do not appreciate. Ooh, Silver Rare Levidross. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, we have a frame rare of Hooli and a Silver Rare Levidross. That's pretty nice to have. Levidross is one of the ones where, like, the high rarity versions of him are probably going to be a little bit less valuable, just because, like, next set you're probably replacing it with Imperio in the ride line. You know, Levidross's divine skill is not so important that missing a copy of Levidross matters all that much, versus the benefit of, like, it just high rolling with Imperio. So, but, you know, for now, for all of the people who wanted to just play Levidross out of set 4, of which I am one of them, you know, I don't know what my build will end up looking like yet. I might need to grab some of the Magnolia low rarity cards, like Gabrig, and maybe a couple copies of Nosla just to, like, slot into the deck. We will see. I know I also thought about experimenting with, like, Prison Dragon in it, where it's like, okay, if you run, like, Prison Dragon and Nosla, you can get into, like, a funny position where Prison Dragon is huge. Twin Pulse Dragon. Nope. Nothing here. Honestly, I'm surprised this common pile is going strong with how much I've stacked onto it. I think it's only a matter of time before it, like, falls over. Oh, come on. This is the one that, like, goes into Soul and retires something, right? Like, that card doesn't see play. I wish it did, just because I like being able to retire my opponent's cards, but most people just play the grade 1 that, like, filters the deck instead, because that card is just obviously better. Okay, Silver Rare for, like, Hexa Orb support. I don't really play Hexa Orb anymore, but, you know, I still appreciate my OTT style of deck. Speaking of Oracle Think Tank, water. But speaking of Oracle Think Tank, we did get a reveal today that they were going to have a Battle Sister Triple R as an encounter card. Does that mean anything? Like, are they pointing to an OTT encounter? Who knows? But, you know, I love Oracle Think Tank. It was the first clan I properly played. If we're being really technical, my first deck in Vanguard was an Asha starter deck, another Levidross. But I never really played it in a meaningful way, so, like, the deck that I actually, like, played properly after, like, learning the rules and, you know, taking the time to, you know, make a deck was Magus all the way back in G era, which was not a good deck, but goddamn if I didn't try. Man, I miss Globe Mag. I miss when like Globe Magnus was allowed to just like look at the deck at any time, so you could like do it between your drive check. Oh no, this is a different Blaze Dragon, I'm pretty sure. So, but more Bob Sagra support that I like half want. Bob Sagra was a deck that I like SP'd out for like no reason, just because I guess I hated money, and then never did decently well with it that year too. I think I got like 30th place at a remote. Oh god, I forgot what the remote the like webcam events were called now. But yeah, like the webcam event that year. I think it was like 2022 maybe. Might have been 2021. I honestly like my sense of time has gone completely out the window recently. Time moves so fast, but you know, that one year I did pretty good. I went like 6-2 with Bob Sagra at a remote event, and that was really neat. Infinity Eyes. And then, you know, the deck just never quite went in a direction that I wanted it to. You know, I'm sure the deck is fine. I remember there was that one Bob Sagra that did like pretty well at a tournament. Like they had a pretty good run, and then like no one ever repeated it ever again. So, you know, hard to say that the deck is actually good in the face of like one guy having a good run. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, like I can't diminish that accomplishment by that guy, but also, you know, it is one of those things where like it kind of has to be repeated in order for people to kind of take a deck seriously. Like otherwise, it just kind of feels like, all right, you know, one guy had a lucky run and beat like a bunch of the top meta decks. That's impressive, but you know, not enough to really call the deck good. Nothing, honestly. My throat is starting to hurt, and we are only halfway through our not even halfway through. We'll get to halfway through with the next one, and then I might have to think about stopping just because my throat is tired. All right, nothing here. What is this? Oh, Petrolka support. I remember that. Petrolka is a deck that I always wanted to build and then got lazy and never got around to it. Also, like, you know, the original printing of her was like a prize card for attending a BCS. So it was like hot stamped. And there's a part of, I think I was able to finagle like 3 people into giving me their, or no, 2 other people and then 1 from myself. So I have like 3 of the hot stamped Petrolkas. And then it's that feeling of like, all right, well, now that I have the hot stamp, obviously I need all of them to be stamped. And that just sounds like too much work to get a 4th copy of the stamped Petrolka, even though it's probably not that expensive. Ugh. My throat is dying a little bit. We might have to just call it quits after this box. So, you know, kind of unfortunate, but just like trying to talk for this long. Ugh, excuse me. But yeah, trying to talk for this long by myself without the other 2 to kind of like come and fill some of the dead air means that like my throat is just starting to die a little bit. And also, I think I'm just kind of starting to lose a bit of steam on the enthusiasm front, you know. Like right now we're just not getting any of the like big hype pulls to really like make this feel worth it. Ooh. All right, I say that. I found our 4th FFR, which is the Chris Rain support. So none of our FFRs except for Borrow Magnus ended up being one of the like main grade 3s, which I would have preferred, but There we go, and I believe now that we found all four, that's kind of it. I don't think we're going to get like an SEC or anything. Maybe we still have a chance of like the DSR, maybe we still have a chance of the special energy, but I don't know if I want to keep sticking around on stream for that vague possibility of like nothing happening. Or I don't know if I want to stick on stream for the vague possibility of something happening, It kind of looks like we've already found all of the high value cards out of here. And it's kind of unfortunate that only a couple of them really went the way that I wanted. No, that's not what I wanted. That is not how I organized my cards at all. Like, I'm glad we kind of picked up at least like silver rares for Lysiaphale and Levy Dross, and we still have more like silver rares in in this case that we can pull. So who knows? Maybe I'll still get like Alcalibra or Alden and SR as well. That would be nice. Oh, our first Impaldio, I believe. No, I think that's our second Impaldio, but we haven't seen Impaldio in a while. So hello, Paul. But yeah, I think as far as like big hype moments, we're not gonna get anything else. So unless like an SEC decides to like jump scare me in the back half of this case, which is possible, but also I think now that we have all the FFRs is not very likely. It's probably it for any hype cards. That's very unfortunate because I kind of saw the I saw the frame and I saw the shape of it, so I knew it was a lyrical frame. I was like, oh, wait a minute, there's the fourth one. Like, could it be something good? And unfortunately, no. Very sad. Is this like the second silver rare of that card, or was the first one a frame rare? I'm losing track. I don't think they give you duplicates of any particular rarity, so that was probably like a frame rare and then now a silver rare, which okay. Okay, yeah, is dying. Nothing. Man, these kind of disappointing pulls, to be honest. Oop, Shalhoub, nice. That's like the third one if we include the FFR. All right, another one of you. I think that's the Intercept Denier. No, shinies. I feel like I keep holding out hope for a shiny in each pack, and I'm like, there's only a set amount per box. So I don't know what I'm like hoping for at this point. I don't think there's anything particularly interesting left in these last few packs. I guess I'm just hoping to be jump scared by like the special energy or like an SEC or even the DSR, which would be amazing, but kind of doubt it at this point. Once again, I don't know how cases currently work anymore, so like I'll go next time we do. Okay. Oh, frame rare of the Lysiaphale support. Take that. That is nice to have. All right. We have Lysiaphale at least a little bit shiny. All right. Okay, so we got about halfway through the case, and unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to stop there. Just my throat is hurting, so I don't think I can, like, keep talking like this while trying to, like, open all the cases. I'll, like, open the rest of them off screen, and then I'll make a shorts with the rest of my polls. So if anything hype happens, I will just make a big excited hype post in the YouTube shorts. So thanks for sticking around with this half of a case opening. Wish I could have gone a little bit longer. I think if Atlas were here, I would have tried to go the full 2 hours and open all 20 of them. But for now, that's going to be it for this stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.